here, she got her ankle and hoof stuck on a fence. And there was a gash about this long along the back of her heel, right in here, and it went in. And it was very, very deep. They actually had to give her some anesthesia and stitch it up and cast her, and now she's doing much better than she was before. But if you were to just take a moment to actually tune in and scan her energy and scan the difference between both front feet and even all 4 feet, you'd see that especially in this back area here, even compared to the front part. So just so you can see a bit of a visual. Hi, sweetheart. So the energy in the front goes out about this far, and in the back it goes out about this far. So there's a lot of congestion and energy blockages in the back. So that's what we're gonna take just a couple minutes to clean it out energetically. And since she's moving all over the place, we're gonna do what we call distant healing. That means where you work on a person or an animal without them being physically in front of you. So I'm gonna picture her hoof in front of me like this. And I'm just going to sweep the energy of her left front leg. Watch out! Hey, don't. No. She's pawing at the ground. Trying to get rid of that cast, which, you know, is, I'm sure, not very comfortable. So just keep sweeping the energy around her hoof and ankle. Yeah. And I can actually feel where the incision is. It feels different than the rest of her hoof. So I'm just gonna form the intention to actually sweep the energy where the incision is. Is that okay? Yeah? Okay. There we go. Form the intention that if there's any inflammation or infection, that it all just gets swept out in and around where the incision and all the stitches are. We're going to sweep down the whole leg, starting up here, and get even more of the leg. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to go back to sweeping it in front of me because she's moving around a lot. Which is fairly normal for animals and kids when you try to sweep them. It's, you know, they don't always want to stay still. So learning how to do distant healing is very, very, very good. See, actually 95% of all my clients, I do them distant. I don't see anybody in person unless it's just really convenient, or, you know, they want me to go to a hospital or something like that. But I do everything distant. It's just makes it easy for me, easy for them. So, okay. It feels like Like there's been a reduction of inflammation and even infection. But let's just keep sweeping it a little bit more. That whole leg, but especially around the ankle and the hoof. There we go. So I'm just going to scan it again. So when I scan the front and the back side of her hoof and ankle area, it's much more even now. That's what we want. We want it more even. Now, about 70 to 80% is cleansing. Cleansing away whatever blockages or negative energies, inflammation, infection, etc. may be there. And then spending about 20 to 30% of the time energizing the area and rebalancing things. So we're going to project some energy to her ankle and hoof that would be really good for regenerating tissues that, you know, have been damaged in this case. So I'm just lovingly energizing her in this hoof area. There we go, and along the incision. Stabilize, stabilize, stabilize. Okay. Now the energy is actually bigger than what it was, but that's okay because her body needs a little bit of this energy to continue the healing process. So it's going to be absorbed pretty quickly in this particular case. Normally I like to leave where the energy is balanced, but right now I can tell that her leg needs some extra energy and some TLC for the healing process to be snappy. So for most animals, they're really, really receptive. Sometimes one session is all that needed, or a couple of sessions. And if it's a critical ICU, you know, something that is like this, usually a few sessions back to back, like a few days back to back, will just really speed it up so that the healing process is really, really quick. And then if it's something that's more chronic, it might take, you know, it'll vary depending on what type of ailment is going on, but sometimes, you know, spreading it out. So having once a week, maybe once or twice a week for a couple of weeks for something that's a little more chronic. But it will vary case by case depending on what's going on with the animal. You know, what we did here is pretty easy, didn't take that much time. We worked specifically on the leg, but if I were to do a full session, I would actually do some energy healing on her whole body with just a special emphasis and extra time on this one leg. So that's, you know, that's how it would look if we were to spend more time doing this. And then I would imagine in a couple of days when she gets her cast off, the vet's going to look at her hoof and say, wow, this looks really good. And she'll be running and playing with her pals in no time. Because she's, you know, she's a young thing, and she needs to be out in the pastures playing before she has to start learning how to work. So thank you for watching and learning as you can, and if you'd like to be in contact with me to discuss anything, to learn how to do it for yourself, or to have a session for one of your animals, you can reach me at my website at tiffanycano.com. That's www.tiffanycano.com. www.tiffanycano.com. Thank you much. Have a happy horsey day. Bye.